I hope everybody is doing blessed. Welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended, beautiful family. We're all going through these different changes, and it may seem overwhelming at times, but trust and believe. What you feel like is breaking you is uplifting you at the same time. It's all about how you choose to change the perspective of what is taking place. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and head you towards a positive direction. Um, and if you feel like the videos are very informing to you, give you good vibes or inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the channel I'm using today for my meditation is called Healing Meditation. The title of the yeah, goodness. The meditation I'm using in the background is called 555 hertz, 50 hertz, and 5 hertz, awakening the unlimited power within you. Solar plexus chakra healing, powerful energy. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called, let me turn this down just a little bit so I'm not yelling over it. It's called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas when dealing with unprocessed trauma. Um, Healing, it makes you feel like you're losing it. Oh my gosh, there are some people that are going through, we're still going through cycles. You're having good days, you have your moments, and then there's times where it feels like it's a push and pull type situation. Like you can be really good the next one day, and then the next thing you know, you're seeing everything that you ever went through. This energy will make you feel like you're stuck in certain places, or dag, I was just 10 paces up yesterday and the day before, and next I feel like I got 30 paces back. But you have to understand, a lot of things are coming through layers. You're heading towards something very big, very powerful. And a lot of times we question our faith, or we question our strength. We our patience is being strained, just being very strained. And these are the things, everything that's coming back to you is about everything that you have went through, everything you have endured. And when you're cutting those cords to trauma, generational curses, karmic cycles, is bringing up everything that you have ever went through. Maybe it's even coming from your past lives, because like I've said before, there's new people who are coming into the channel, and I try to tell them, you may be having flashes or even dreams about certain things that has taken place, not just in this life, but the lives before that. Because in increments, frequently, you're going through these transformation, but it's like all your past lives combined are starting to take its place within you in the present, because they know what you're dealing with is not something that's very easy, because basically it's like helping you tie off loose ends that they couldn't do in the last life of their reincarnate. So there's different things that are coming up there, you're having heavy emotions on. You can wake up just crying. You can feel like everybody is at you. You're having things coming from you from every direction. It makes you feel like you're not doing good enough. I felt that way many times, and I had to allow myself, not every day is going to be my good day, but allow me to find something good within this day, even though it make me feel like I'm just sitting in the rain, all the time. Like, everybody has an umbrella, but it's just me being soaked in the rain. It's all about what these things has hurt you. These things has taken place in your life, and you really want a peace. you really want that peace in your life, and you don't want to hold on to these things because you see what is breaking you down to, is keeping you at that low frequency, is giving you that energy that you don't have what it takes to surpass what you're currently dealing with. And they're making you face your illusions. It's like things keep coming up in layers. You can be okay, I forgive this situation, I'm making peace with it, I'm parting ways, but why does these keep coming on? Lately I've been having to do a lot of meditation where it comes to forgiving myself, forgiving others, cutting cords. There's a lot of times with me coming into contact with so many new people, you don't realize just when you're speaking to them, that energy is connecting in some kind of way. And it could be something positive that you're learning off of them, and you're learning vice versa. But there's still some things that are, still lingering around in there. You have to understand, if you don't went through so much hell growing up, it's not going to take this one day for you to get over things. And they're trying to tell you, these are the things that had to take place in your life. These are the things that was going to you're this is the part of your mission. You're facing everything that has held you back. You're facing everything that broke you. You're going through certain things where you have this energy that carries around, that you have succeeded so many times before. But there's a lot of times certain insecurities, certain doubts, certain fears stepped in the way of that, and that's the reason why you had to do it again and again and again. It's all reprocessing, and a lot of times cycles repeat if you are not allowing yourself to understand the deeper level of what's taking place. And I have to tell myself that a lot of times, yes, these things hurt. Yes, there's some things that you have been robbed of. There's things I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, but there's a reason, a positive reason. There's a purpose behind, let me say a purpose. So I don't want to say a positive reason for you hurting, but there's a purpose. That's what I meant to say, a purpose behind your pain that you're undergoing, because you're vicious. You can be straight savage if you need to. When it comes to that warrior mode, when you are that warrior, you sign that contract to say, you know what, there are things I gotta get done. I'm gonna pick this person, I'm gonna pick that person. You have picked everybody who's came into contact with your life to help you upon your mission. You choose. You chose. I say you choose. You chose the sacrifice, the certain situations you were placed in. And it's like a lot of times you see those different posts. God and universe is not gonna place you on anything that you can't handle. They must think you're a badass. Yes, you are a badass. You are. You're a very badass, because you knew back then when you signed a contract. Oh yeah, I got this, and this, and that. But they did not tell you the catch to the thing. They did not tell you that, hey, you're not going to remember anything that you have, your powers, your gifts. These are going to be hidden away from you. It's just like, we'll let it spread out every once in a while. We may give you one or two gifts, and then we're not going to tell you what those two gifts are, but you're going to just do these things. And natural, it's just going to come to you. There are other people that have to study hard, or maybe you can't even get it like you do. But there's a lot of things that are coming up where a lot of people are seeing darkness take place, or they're seeing certain things that other people can't see, and all of a sudden you'll just act on it, and you're like, where did that come from? Yes, you have done these things before. There are certain things that you have done in your past that is helping you along with your future. But you have to be able to allow yourself to know, even though these things has happened to me, I'm showing the example, I'm reflecting that example, that a positive process has to take place in my life to say that, yes, these things broke me down. Yes, these things kept me at a low frequency. It gave me toxic thoughts. It gave me connections to toxic people. They had to break me away of what is illusion to me, what is does not belong to me. I've held on to these things for so long. It's time to me to part ways. Is that it has already ran its course for those situations. Yes, it may take a daily thing where you have to allow yourself, if it gets that bad with you, you have to put I am affirmations. And when you get up in the morning, I have to tell myself, tell universe and God, thank you for allowing me to see another day. Even though I don't know what this day holds, I'm gonna try my best to live through it and be grateful for everything that's taken place and everything I've learned from, even if it was a bad connection with somebody, or it was a good connection with somebody. All of it is a blessing because it's a knowledge of choice, of not choosing. You can choose to not continue to allow yourself to suffer on things we can't change. Yes, it hurts when people have placed us in certain predicaments. Yes, it hurts as well when we have made certain decisions that got us put in certain dark places. Yes, there's times that instead of us facing it, we chose to go to an escape of an addiction. A lot of different things has taken place in our lives where it has slowed us down and distracted us. Or there's people that seen our blessings before us and then they try to distract you. Or they want you to stay, no, don't stay focused on this. I want you to know that I have this, that, and the third. And you don't. They want you to do those different things. And you have to understand those are the things it's telling you, when people place monetary value on everything. Yes, we know we need to pay our bills. Yes, we know we need to survive. But a lot of times people lose sight on what is needed. It's like, not saying that, it's not good to be, having money or anything like that. But a lot of times people are willing to do crazy things just to have that. And it's not saying like, well, Rosalind, if you're broke and this is that. I understand that. But a lot of times everything does not have a price tag on it. And a lot of people use that. I'm in a situation now where people are just greedy, but then it's like I seen where blessings came in where, you know what, I have enough for right now. I can't worry about those things. Every time blessings came in for me, it came right in when I needed it. I might not have everything I want, but I have everything I need at that current time. I'm grateful for the little things that I have because it could be far worse. There's people in worse predicaments than me. Anytime you feel like your situation is bad, sometimes universe will intervene and bring somebody to you that is like 10 times worse in the situation that you're in. Like, God, dog, make me feel like something wrong with me, you know but these things are happening for a reason. These things are surfacing up, but a lot of times it just depends on where that energy is going to. Yes, these things are coming up because even I'll be looking like, where the heck did this come from? Okay, let me go ahead and do what I need to do, because there's times I get into my emotions because certain things are taking place. Or with me having the gifts that I have, family has passed on, I start hearing them again. And that brings up a lot of emotions like, dang, I'm grateful for you being in my life, but I really miss the physical side of you. I'm blessed to have the spiritual side of you because you're helping me, protecting me, watching over me, guiding me towards better in my life, reminding me that it's not going to always be that way. And a lot of times we have to be able to train our mind at that, because if you keep training your mind on that low frequency of like, this happened, they didn't apologize, they don't understand, they don't understand what this situation's done to me. They did this to me, they hurt me, they took this, they took that, they violated me in some kind of way. And we understand that what you have went through, it may be hell on top of 20, but you don't have to allow yourself to consume and mold yourself to the product of what is taking place in your life. You are going to be that prime example of like, this has happened in my life, but this is going to be the same thing that's going to catapult me into my greatness of my life. Because a lot of people stay in those low frequencies. Narcissists stays connected with us because somebody has abused them. So they feel like, oh, since this happened to me, I'm gonna make sure it happens to you, even though it don't have anything to do with you. And basically with them holding that energy of what is taking place, they gave that person that has done that to them their power. They gave that whatever is taking place in their life to where they feel like every person that comes into contact needs to pay for something that somebody else did. They gave that person who have neglected them, who has abused them, who has wronged them, that have beat them down, raped them down, whatever. They're making every person pay for something that had nothing to do with them. We always have a choice. You can have that choice to remain that way in that low level, or you allow yourself to, take the necessary steps. Allow yourself to keep saying, hey, these are certain things in my life. Write down the things, the pros and the cons. I had to do that. And there's sometimes I got to go back and look at those things myself. And then it's just like there's days that it just feels like a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I could be okay today, and next thing you know, I'm dredging on everything later. But then it's just like I'm appreciating everything that has came into my life. I appreciate the toxic relationships I've been in. I appreciate the situations I've been placed in by family, or my reflectors. I don't call them family. The people that's been brought in my life to remind me, just because this has happened to you, just because they want to speak negative of you, or they want to make sure you're limited on anything that's going to bring you joy or happiness, that doesn't have nothing to do with me. Even though it was directed with me, that was more of a personal thing, because if somebody's happiness is disrupting your life, that shows a lot about you and less about that person. And it's sad it has to be that way, but sometimes really people's self-esteem is very, very, very low. It's like when they see the joy out of somebody else, even when that person deserved that. Sometimes you got to be quiet on things you get into after you get it, because people see them as coming like, nope, I'm gonna make sure they don't get that. I'm gonna make sure they don't do this, because I don't never want to see them laughing. I don't never want to see them smile. I never want to do that. People are putting more energy towards somebody else's path than it is about them healing from whatever is making them do that in the first place. But that's where you have to allow yourself to see you can be that person. You don't want to be that. You are that person that has been placed in that example of that chaos, that darkness, that toxicness, that negativity that they carry. You are that person saying, yes, I went through these things. Yes, people have denied me of this. Yes, somebody has violated me this way and that way and this way and that way. Update till Sunday, whatever. But I have that power to either allow this to make a burden over me, to make me want to stay in a situation I'm no longer needed in, or I can allow myself to use the same situation and say, you know what? I don't need to be in this situation anymore. This is already on ran its course. It's time for me to do bigger and better. I can't do that. You can't go through negative ways and want a positive impact. It's not going to happen. Even if people around you are doing deceptive things and they want to make it seem like everything is all, positive and glorified for them. No, because a lot of times when people are doing that, they're only showing you parts of it, but they're catching hell in other different places. And they don't want to admit that, because that means they're going to know, oh, these happened because I did evil doings to other people, because it has a way of coming back to somebody full force. What you push out towards others is going to come back to you in return. So you have to allow yourself, that energy can be very powerful to you. Whatever you place your energy in, that's going to be your reality. If you're allowing yourself to be positive and understand and being accepting of that change, because a lot of times change will come to you with people talking down to you. Change will come when people try to divert you to something negative because they see you coming to the positive, or they'll come out and have people attack you because they don't talk so highly about themselves, and they talk so lowly of you. And people will come back to you, oh yeah, they told me about this, or oh yeah, they told you about that. Or even when you're pushing out power of, of being at persons like, hey, I'm doing this about myself, I'm doing that, hey, why don't you come join me, you can do these things too. People are going to try to discredit you because they don't like what you're doing. You don't caught on to something that's making you grow and making you be more successful than they are. But they don't understand. If you make these changes in your life, you make these sacrifices, you accept your wrongness, you accept your flaws, you allow yourself to accept the things that you don't place in somebody's life to disrupt their life, and you can own up to that, you can make the same progress too. But that's too much like right for folks. They want to be able to steal, they want to be able to lie, they want to be able to cheat. And that's why you were brought in their lives. Everybody's playing a part. They need to be that evil villain. You can be that evil villain with them too. But a lot of times, if you keep focusing on um, what has damaged you instead of focusing on the progress around you, because a lot of times beautiful things are happening around you. But if you so focus on what has broke you, that's all you're going to see. That's how you see the world. I see the world going through a big change, even though things may be crazy, because I know there's certain parts of me that's crazy, but I know I'm allowing myself to, like, hey, I got this crazy negative attitude 1 minute, and I can be toxic the next, and then I can be positive about things. But I know which parts of me that I was like, hey, Roz, these need to be worked on. These are the things you need to heal from, because even when it's coming back up, it still kind of triggers you in a little way. So I'm allowing myself to say, you know what, this is that part I need to really allow myself to, you know, really allow myself to become at peace with that, because it's no longer needed in my life. you seeing beautiful things, you're connecting with beautiful people. People are asking for your advice, people are sitting up here sharing their views of you, views of them, about the things that's taking place in your life that you can truly relate to. And those are the things that needed to take place to let you know you're that example. They know it's not easy. What you're facing is not a walk in the park, because there's a lot of times people have done some things to you that you don't want to speak on. And I had you look at life differently. You don't allow people to get close to you, or even if you date somebody, that can mess up your relationships, because either when you see somebody coming too close, you automatically thinking they're going to hurt you. And I mean, you really could be missing out on a good blessing, but you chose to rather put it in saying that that person was going to hurt you, but that was, you end up blocking a blessing, because that person could have really been in there for you. But if you allowing yourself to hold on to toxic situations, that's why I always tell people, when you have gone into a toxic relationship, those are really bad. Those are really bad. But don't jump into one situation to get your mind off of what took place in this one, because then you're bringing that old baggage towards somebody new. I used to do that. I used to sit up here and date somebody because I was trying to get my mind off of what I was going through, and then go back telling the new person about what the old person was doing. It's like, well, dad, can we do something else, or can we talk about something else? Because it made me feel like your energy's still over there, and I don't need that in my life. I just met you. I don't know you. I'm trying to get to know you, but you're not allowing me to, because you're still focused on what there's going over there. So you had to be able to do those different things. You had to be able to learn. You had to be able to grow. You had to be able to heal. You see what those things brought you. You see what kind of red flags those people have brought to you. Controlling, want to jump into things very quickly, because a lot of times if you get into those very volatile relationships, they want to hurry up and lock you down, so when they got you where they want you, and their maze is set up. They know, oh, let me hurry up and fix this real quick, or let me hurry up and guide them towards something real quick, because I don't want them to find out the real me. I don't want them to see that. Because when you start seeing the real them, oh, they already know. Let me draw back, because you doing too much over here. It's like sleeping with the enemy, thin line between love and hate, some kind of obsession type stuff. I don't need that in my life. So there's different things you had to learn from. There's different things you had to grow from. You had to love yourself more, because when you love yourself more, you're not going to put yourself in predicaments to where you is going to be cheating your self worth, or your love for yourself, or your respect for yourself. If you already know, if you can't bring the same thing to the table, we don't need to be eating together. You're just not going to do that. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video, y'all. Let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out. Um, Dakisha 100, yeah, 100, King Heyoka, Mini B, much love to you. Mari B. Quita 32, Cynthia V, and Kathy Broderick. Much love to you. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Drop me a line. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting sleepy. Sorry about that. Drop me a line. If you want to get in touch with me at what is it, Facebook Messenger. If you want to hit me up privately, just hit me up on there. Just let me know you're from here. I'm so tired, y'all. Let me know you're from there, and I'll go ahead and help you out as best as I can. Give you a deeper understanding about your spiritual path and what all needs to take place. If I can't find the answers for you, I will go ahead and give you the materials to get you to where you need to be. And like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, share, give me a thumbs up, so I can give you a post notification shout out. Tell somebody about the channel. They may find something interesting. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to manifest into your life to bring you growth and happiness and whatever you're trying to get to, I hope it comes 100,000 times more of what you asked for, or even expected, or even prayed for. And it comes so much sooner than you predicted. So uh, even through social distancing, um, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.